Is it going? Alright, y'all, I'm back with your weekly reading. So I get this out. Whatever the case may be. Because I'm still debating if I'm going to go live or not. I don't want to, though. Because I said I'm going to do it every day. I don't know why. I said I don't know. I don't know. It seems like it's something fun. I don't know. I am. So, it's my last shuffle. Yeah, I need to do my baby hairs. Girl, I'm talking to these braids. Ow. This little bit of hair. What I will. Let's get to magician. Oh, shit. Let me put my leg down. Magician. All right, let's see. See what's going on. Let's see what's coming for the week. Oh, Jesus. You got Ten of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune. You also got Eight of Swords. Ooh, I don't like that, though. Because Eight of Swords could be, especially with the Magician, though. We'll see. Ten of Pentacles, sometimes you got Eight of Wands and a King of Wands. I don't like that. I'm taking my time with some that I said I was going to work out on. Knight of Swords, Temperance. Okay. Ooh, let me scoop this thing there, y'all. You know, you hit that keyboard, the video ends. Now, Four of Pentacles. Wait a minute, y'all. Hold on. Ace of Swords, Five of Cups. Ooh, that feel. Five of Cups. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I said that, I don't know. That's why I said I was debating on that I want to go live because I said I was going to do it. I'm going to commit to it. But, you got a Ten of Swords and a period. I need one more. And then, the Sun. Because I said, wait a minute. All right, let me stop moving. Because I said I was working on something about this King of Wands necessarily, though. Because I said something had came across. I don't know. Because it's been like abuse, whatever it is, or whatever the case may be for certain people. I don't think, because it was old and new. For some, it's new. Like people going through certain situations with partners and peoples and situations. So I was like, hey, you need to write about this, but I don't know how. You get what I'm saying? Because just tricky when you navigate those situations because it takes time. You don't want to give somebody the wrong, misleading advice. Let me show you what's on the bottom of the deck. You got Nine of Swords reverse. You got King of Cups. You got Queen of Wands. Oh, I don't like that though. And then you got the World. You got the Magician. The Five of Wands. You got the Two of Wands. Hermit. Ooh. And then up under the bottom of the deck, which we don't still use this day, we got Knight of Wands and the Two of Swords. I don't like that. Because if I keep pulling them stuff, I'll let them come out when they come out. Okay, for me, what I said I didn't like when I first seen the three cards, I feel like was the Ten of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Eight of Swords. For some of y'all, that's like mentally stuck, being trapped or binded by something, whether that's money, though. I don't know if it's like freedom or taking care of somebody. I don't know, because the King of Wands sometimes can be a very controlling energy, unhealthy attachments to someone or something, the building of something, though. So it really doesn't give room to grow. Like, does it make sense? Because the King of Wands with the Eight of Cups. But you got the Hermit is on the bottom of the deck, which is their energy with the Two of Wands. The Hermit and the Two of Wands suggest that you hear me say that's a lot of fear based. Where I was talking about for it's abuse or dealing with someone or certain situations, their own, whether it's dealing with a home, but for somebody it's like they going into isolation instead of making some form of a decision, whether it's dealing with something else. That's it's like somebody crippled. I don't like that because you got a Five of Wands. This could be because you had a Two of Swords energy here. It's the Two of Swords that I was telling you about. So this could have been somebody like playing both sides or just their own confusion, adding to the chaos, fight, drama, or whatever the case may be. That's what I feel like. I don't know if it's moving for some of y'all because you got a Three of Wands energy, and I don't know if it's gonna come out or not. So I don't know if it's moving or returning. We'll figure that out though, because emotionally somebody's stuck somewhere else. So this could be with a job, a career basis, or whatever the case may be. For some of y'all, this is chaos, fights, arguments, or whatever. Where it's about jobs, money, careers, careers, investments, but you also got a magician energy though. That's why I said the magician didn't feel so like nice. It felt like oh my god, here we go. Because with the hermit reverse, and if somebody is a magician though, that could be somebody like necessarily going through transitions or trying to allow magic necessary to get them through a darker time of a period or whatever the case may be. So I don't know though, because I don't like the magician. It kind of feels like somebody that's high key manipulative though. So that's what I said. You got the world though, so that could be. I don't like it though, because it's like a glamour around this person's situation because it goes to the world and then it goes to the Queen of Wands though. So the Queen of Wands sometimes I'll tell you that's a very dominating, competitive, um person, just their personality or whatever the case may be. It's not a very so nice. It's a very insecure based person based off what they can get from other people instead of themselves or whatever. It's a hovering energy. Then you got a King of Cups, which I don't like that though. So it's kind of like somebody's trying to say, "Oh, I've changed," but it feels like it's more of a glamour style. Like if anybody know glamour magic, I think I'm gonna pause this and I'm gonna get up and give you the book and then I'm gonna read it to y'all for people who is in magical practices. You got a King of Cups though, so that's why I said this could be the way somebody love, relationship. I don't know, but it just feels like a lot of chaos, drama, fights, necessarily dealing with home or job. You got a Ten of Wands though, so that's why I said it was a very vicious style. I mean, a nine of swords. So this could have been somebody losing sleep, playing mind control, type of different types of games, confusions. I just don't feel like it was very authentic though. I will say that though, so that's why I said this could be somebody saying I'm changed and they not or whatever. But you got the sun. So, and this could be some inner child work because I did just drop it though. Let's get into it. First card out, we got the Ten of Pentacles. We got the Eight of Cups, the King of Wands, and the Five of Cups. For some of y'all though, this came out in Cancer season, so you should go check out the Cancer season blog. So I think I wrote that back in when was Cancer season? Like June. I think I started in June 22nd. I probably dropped it on. That's when I was doing it month to month. June or July. Check it out though. But anywho, that was in Cancer season where there was a topic that came out about somebody passing and arguing over money necessarily. So it was like grief around money, financial aspects of will, alignment, and all those different types of things. The Eight of Cups, this could be somebody like emotionally or financially invested into something or whatever the case may be. Like this could be somebody working a job that's tired of a tedious job or whatever the case may be and they don't like it. This could be somebody providing or seeking something and it just don't feel right. It feels very controlling financially. I don't about money, grief, or whatever the case may be, with some unhealthy attachments though. So this person could be just bound to the idea of money and it causes them a lot of stress or whatever the case may be because of greed. That's what it kind of feels like. You got I mean, the Wheel of Fortune, you got Knight of Swords, and the Temperance, and the Ten of Swords, though. So it looks like somebody trying to start over and get some form of a new beginning, though. And they're fixated on bringing it into something new, though. But it feels like two different opposing sides because you got the Knight of Swords and the Temperance, though. So this could be somebody communicating to someone or something, though, about an ending. I think somebody doesn't want to accept something that has ended or the style of something, though. Because the Knight of Swords could be a very reckless energy. I told you, hard to talk to, temperamental, whatever the case may be. So this could be somebody trying to seek peace about something that was necessarily wrong done. I don't think somebody's career brings them that stableness necessarily that they're looking all over for, that somebody found their passion. Somebody could be going through grief. I don't know. Just feel that. But then overall, you got Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords is necessarily the martyr. It's kind of like a person that gets stuck in certain situation where somebody helps somebody out of sympathy. So it's kind of like a martyr is a person that feels like they have to do good, but really not doing any good though. If you top that down, there are your Four Swords and your Four Pentacles, and then you got the Chariot energy. So this could be somebody stuck in a financial situation or not knowing how to maneuver around old contractual obligations. I just don't feel very healthy, especially with this Four of Pentacles. So it's kind of like somebody could be going through emotional trauma that blocks certain jobs. So somebody could be needing to take time off from work due to grief, but somebody keeps going back because I need this. I gotta provide. This can be for a child, pregnancy, pushing somebody. I don't know, but it feels like it's unhealthy. Let me just say that it just feels very unhealthy. So let's go. We ain't gonna keep this long because that's how I'm debating if I'm still gonna go down. Ugh, I knew it. That's why I said it just feels the same on the money. Back at the 2 of Wands. All right. We got the Nine of Cups, Ace of Cups, they go your Eight of Cups, and the Hangman. I felt that though. Because in Nine of Cups with the Ace of Cups, though, this somebody I said that though. It's kind of like Nine of Cups is the energy of not that's relying on other people though. That's like unhappy though, unhappiness. I said, especially this is a career read. It's kind of like somebody's in a position they hate their job, but they keep going. This could be somebody going through some type of disdain, missing out on relationships, love, but they just rely on the idea of money though. Ace of Cups though, this could be lack of love or commitment or empathy or understanding. I feel like for some of y'all, this continuously helping somebody out of the hangman position though. For some of y'all, this is like being forced to let certain things go, whether it's people, jobs, careers, places, and all those different types of things, and it's putting amount of stress on somebody else to get them in a state of happiness. On the bottom, though, we're going to travel cards. You got Judgment, Ace of Wands. You have the Five of Wands with also the Magician. But it's good to be about somebody's success. I will say that though, because the Judgment though, going back to those job. I think for some of y'all though, if it's working a job though, for some of y'all though, this is very it's not a good environment. That's why I said that it was very disdain. This could be an environment where people talk about people compete for certain things. It could be a family dynamic, don't know. But that judgment is very repetitive though. That's kind of like going through the same karmic cycle. So I feel like for some of y'all may be going through this emotional spat that brings you to this place of awareness to where it's time for you to make a move or do necessarily what makes you happy. This is where it causes uh this fire. I did it in somebody reading. I don't know. It's kind of like repetitive though. I did it in somebody reading where I was kind of like, that's how they get their fire. Like somebody back gets up against the wall, and then that's when they say, "I'm ready." So they come out with their guns blazing, and then that's when they ready to have everything though, but I think somebody's reactive, especially when it comes to communication or understanding though. Some of y'all it's just the environment of people though, so I think it could be unwarranted input because you got the Five of Wands. That's like chaos, unnecessary drama, conflict, enemies, frenemies. It's like that type of energy or whatever the case may be. So for some of y'all, it's kind of like that dog eat dog type style. For some of y'all, I feel like this environment whether this is consuming their energy, other people unwarranted opinions, or their idea of what you should be, because we did have a world energy. Some of y'all that's killing off your inner child. I kind of feel like that. Though. It's kind of like killing off the relationship aspects of what you should be, what another person should be, where you should be, like these expectations. I feel like it's that though. You got Queen of Swords with the Page of Swords. It's definitely about a kid. You got Devil and the Lovers though. Queen of Swords with the Page of Swords. I said that though. For some of y'all, it's like y'all a product of y'all environment before we just keep this reading going because we have 12 minutes. Because the Queen of Swords is somebody who's very rude and nasty when it comes to communication. So it could be passive aggressive when it comes to communication or just emotionally fed up. The Page of Swords, though, this could be somebody that, though I said somebody could be a product of their environment because this could be a mom and a child. And the Page of Swords is very, I'm going to spread rumors, I'm a gossip, I'm nosy, I'm sneaky, like da 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 da. So one of y'all, if it's like you going through this with a parent, some of y'all don't see how ideally y'all are like. For some of y'all, this is a parent or a person or a boss or an authority, somebody that snoops, get information, pushes it out in a negative, condescending way to keep somebody in this position emotionally, though. So I think somebody's not accountable. You got lovers, though. So this could be somebody that's trying to help. And they kind of like cause a lot of chaos, though. So for some of y'all, this could be dealing with dominant personalities or the style of connection with other people, though. So this could be somebody, if this is a relationship, though, this could be somebody that was dealing with infidelity and somebody trying to come back and it's a lack of trust. So somebody doesn't trust them. So this Queen of Swords feel like they have to do everything to feel like this person has to commit to them, and they're not accountable for how their actions are setting the tone for the near future. So that's where that Wheel of Fortune and the Eight of Swords, where somebody feels stuck and not knowing necessarily what to do. But for some of y'all, though, this is a job though. It's real messy. I will say that though, it's a real messy or family dynamic. Wait a minute. Ooh. You got Ace of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. Yep. Whew, here we go. Queen of Wands and the Four of Swords. I want to know what this Empress looking like though. Because I'm saying every time I see the Emperor upright, Emperor reverse, and the Empress, I feel like that is a feminine that's high key, like dominant and masculine when it comes to their approach, so they don't know how to necessarily connect with others. So it's kind of like them going through their own experiences, trying to awaken and be more understanding of other people and not just being so self-serving. Because this Ace of Pentacles goes to this Queen of Pentacles. Some of y'all know this could be somebody who you could be paying for intellect, certain information though, and it don't feel genuine though. So this could be somebody that's keeping somebody emotionally handicapped, relying on them through certain situations and not necessarily helping you. So it's kind of like backhanded, not growth. Because this is a four of swords or whatever the case may be. For some of y'all, it's a family dynamic. You got three queens or whatever the case may be. For me, you got the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands, and I'm kind of like, where is the, if it's not staying together or living together, it's kind of like, where does the direction go for everybody's life? Because it's too much intertwined. Because the Queen of Swords don't know how to communicate. The Queen of Pentacles so focused on themselves, money, finances. Oh, okay, we're gonna hear this, da, 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 and just saying that is really not honest. Then you got Queen of Wands who competes or low key thrives off the drama. So it's kind of like, if you could, even if these Queen of Swords and these Queen of Pentacles, it's high key very much narcissistic, even if it needs to look a certain way, they could fake the funk for the longest. But the fact that this Queen of Wands would be in a position to see if somebody's getting along, this energy, and it don't have to be this person. It could just be how their attributes come off. You won't ever get nowhere. It's like that. You won't ever get nowhere with that type of energy. Let's go. You got Knight of Cups, Five of Pentacles, and the Seven of Pentacles. That's the number 12. Going back to the Hangman, getting caught up in the same position, trying to figure out what the fuck do you need to let go. Because I told you, Knight of Cups is definitely reverse is a very self-serving energy. For some of y'all though, this is a masculine that has a relationship with commitment. I would say that, especially with the Ten of Pentacles. You got the Queen, the King. I mean the Queen. You got the Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, Queen of Swords. My bad, shit. And the Knight of Cups. So this could be somebody that's like high key sexually influenced or whatever the case may be, going through certain experiences. For some of y'all, I kind of feel like this could be somebody dwelling and somebody past relationships, because this could be somebody constantly calling out somebody else's mistakes and not focusing their own, because that Seven of Pentacles, it's kind of like somebody was waiting for this to happen. So they're trying to self-reflect about certain seeds that they necessarily sprouted. For some of y'all, just like baby mamas that don't get along. And some of y'all keep going through the same thing and wondering like how the fuck you keep getting here, but I don't think y'all recognize that it's you. Like you the one that keep sexually allowing people to be attracted, like opening your legs, because it don't feel like any Seven of Swords foul play. So for some of y'all, this is somebody that doesn't have control over their carnal interests, whether it's their penis, vagina. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they don't know how to have control. You got strength in the Three of Swords. Yeah, that's pride and ego. Whew. Here we go. There goes Seven of Swords. You got Seven of Wands, Seven of Swords, and the Queen of Cups. I said that dead ass. That Knight of Cups is sometimes could be a very gossipy person. With the Five of Pentacles, that could be somebody using information or emotional blackmail to humiliate somebody. So just like a mother-daughter feminine approach, this could be somebody that comes back and says something to put somebody in a position to self-reflect, say, oh, I know that's going to hurt, or whatever the case may be. And because of an ego or pride, or this could be from separation away from the pack because of their own heartbreak, discontentment. For some of y'all, this is a relationship to where this could be a masculine that's flighty in and out of children's life, or necessarily being there, and this feminine necessarily stood their ground. And I don't feel like they're standing their ground. Like, kudos to them for standing their ground. But I kind of feel like that's their emotional heartbreak that they have to work through, or whatever the case may be. So they did this out of protection of their own feelings. And it's not necessarily growth and understanding. So that's why I said, one of y'all, though, that's somebody necessarily, I kind of feel like this is a friend dynamic or a family dynamic. This is very flawed when y'all sit up and talk about each other. Whew, man, jeez. That's my thing to get on live. I feel like I got something I gotta do now. Just jump on. You got a Knight of Cups and a Five of Pentacles and a Seven. So that's why I said there's somebody who does shit to fucking humiliate somebody. Because Knight of Cups is that type of energy. It's Two-Faced. It's very gossipy. It's this. For some of y'all, just got something to do with the same-sex relationship. I kind of feel like it's that, though. I do feel like that, though. Shit, so hit the flow. I'm bending it down, picking it up. I picked up at the end. Three of Cups. I said this got something to do with friends, dynamic, family, relationship, y'all group, people y'all hang around. And it could be too, especially with the Ten of Pentacles. I would say that though, if it's about money, longevity, or whatever the case may be, somebody trying to move up in a career place, somebody got a very flawed perception of how to come up or necessarily deal with other people though, because we finna switch things. I feel like that is a very thirsty, money hungry, cutthroat, no lack of remorse. It's not a very humanitarian approach to certain things. So we got a Three of Cups, which I do feel like this though for some of y'all. This is what y'all job. They put y'all to the Eight of Wands energy though. So did that Eight of Wands come out? Yep. For some of y'all though, there's Three of Cups, there's Ten of Wands, and there's Two of Wands though. That's that like indecision though. For some of y'all though, it's like wanting to move outside of something though. Because I kind of feel like that though. Some of y'all want to be separated from certain things and not wanting to deal or do with them. But a Ten of Wands is like a heavy load to necessarily deal with though, so it's kind of burdensome to deal with. Some of y'all I feel like that energy with the Three of Cups though. I feel like some of y'all keep pushing these same tactics, whether it's a relationship commitment, certain people though, whatever the case may be, whether it's gossipy, whether it's being cruel, whether it's needing to fit in. It's like that type of energy for some of y'all. That shit is heavy for some of y'all to carry, and it's kind of like emotionally burdensome. You got a King of Swords with the Eight of Wands and the Four of Cups, though. So for some of y'all, I feel like this King of Swords, this could be getting out of something, though. So I tell you, that's somebody how they get fired. The back getting against a wall, and then that's when it becomes very reactionary, though, because you got an Eight of Wands and the Four of Cups. So the Eight of Wands or whatever is somebody who makes fast decisions, going at certain things, and then bam, that's when they hit the Four of Cups. That's why you didn't feel genuine. It was like a remake, though. I feel like somebody's more emotionally connected to a person or a certain situation. So this could be you being there for somebody in their darkest hour, and the only time they return is because they're going through a darkest hour, which was the Hermit reverse. And some of y'all are not learning that, and that's how you get caught up in the Eight of Swords, being confined or stuck. Whether that's a ball saying, "Oh, I know you can do this, but can you do this?" Da, 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 da. You kind of like, damn, well, I was going to get ready to go. I was going to go do this. And it's kind of like that lack of remorse for certain things that you want to do. You got a Six of Wands, that King of Cups with that Six of Cups. I do feel like that though. That's why I said it's got something to do with success or certain periods of you though. For some of y'all though, this is like making peace about with your past though. So that's what I said. Somebody's like at a point of where they're kind of like reaching new heights, and they're probably just doing that memorabilia where I say new levels, same levels, where a lot of people they don't understand like their blessings when they get to certain things. So this could be somebody that say, "Oh, I prayed to get out of the situation," and they get the job, they get the career, they get all this, but they go navigate back around those same things where they were when they were broke. And it keeps going through the same process over and over and over again. So the relationships they try to build with people, it's like the short end of the stick. And it's like never room for growth. I do feel like that though. So that's why I said, let me go and read that out. But for some of y'all though, it's about because I say this all the time, just because we go in the same direction don't mean we have the same intentions, right? Like we really don't. You don't see everybody on there though. You see one person behind and you see everybody else toting the wands. So this could be dealing with success or somebody wanting to achieve something, but I don't feel like it's genuine though. For some of y'all, it's kind of like a relationship extent or about I just don't, and like the King of Wands was necessarily a cheater, somebody that wasn't there, that was focused on themselves, just self-absorbed, high-key controlling, or whatever the case may be. So this could be somebody past coming to the forefront. And if you're trying to maneuver, where you hear me say in that Wheel of Fortune, it's kind of like you let the environment of the Ten of Pentacles, I don't know who you financially provide for, certain situations, careers, or obligations, but it's kind of like somebody tries to keep somebody in their place because of the Six of Cups. Well, you did this, you didn't do this, you didn't do this. So it creates this type of drama that puts somebody in this energy, which is the Three of Pentacles, where somebody's not learning, they're not compromising, or whatever the case may be. They're not open to an idea of giving and changing, necessarily receiving certain things. And it's just that dynamic that keeps going on and on with some of y'all and y'all family though. Because that Six of Pentacles sometimes could be, oh, I'm gonna give you this to shut you up, or I'm gonna do this because this to right my wrongs. But it's really not there though. Because I feel like one of y'all want to take the bait and necessarily move forward with somebody because you're seeking that clarity, you're ready to move, you're ready to do. But I feel like it's just like a, oh, okay, well, because that six goes back to the four. So that's why I said some of y'all, that's the energy that you in, where you kind of like, I want to, I don't know. Like it's not a stress, but it plays some form of the back of the mind, though, or whatever the case may be. But I feel like somebody's a magician, though, and they're playing a whole lot of bullshit, fucking his games. I really do, and it don't feel genuine. For some of y'all not looking at the overall lesson. So somebody can say, "Oh, this is my blessing. We're supposed to be," and if it do works, it do works. I ain't saying it. But somebody's not looking at something though, because you got this King of Swords. And King of Swords sometimes can be a person that's very manipulative with wordplay. They will only tell you so much and not tell you every fucking thing. And that's why they hit a Four of Cups or whatever the case may be. Because this card to me is you can get it, but your ass can't take it. Because you see that invisible hand that's coming, giving that shit to somebody. Sometimes this could be somebody on pity party or their own situation. They deal with certain things. So it's cater to me, cater to me. So I kind of feel like that though. And it just feels it's not equally yoked. On the bottom of the deck, you got everything is fine, which is I like it though. It's reverse. You got Ten of Cups. You got Three of Wands. That's why I said I told you. I said that though. You got King of Pentacles, and I say that though. Two of Cups, and I say that though. You got a Nine of Cups, Nine of Swords. You got a Page of Pentacles, and then you got this. This was the fight. This was the Seven of Cups. This was the argument. This is routine for some of y'all though. Like some of y'all been praying or asking for divinity purposes of like expose, tell me, da 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 da, or whatever the case may be, and you got it. But you sit up here like this somebody that's putting out prayers or understanding where I said wanting something. Well, I just want to get out the situation. They get out the situation, they move to the next one. And somebody's not learning. So you go to these new relationships with new people or new jobs, new careers for things that look promising ideally, but they're not. This could be somebody saying, "Oh, let's start over," da 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 da, but it's really not because it's not viable. Seven of Cups is not sober, so it's in that mind frame of off that rush of saying what it is that you need to say. It's not working out the kinks of certain things because you got a Two of Pentacles. When I see this card up, right, just weighing the pros and cons or micromanaging. So for some of y'all, this is reverse. All the balls have dropped. For some of y'all, I feel like this is there. We're like somebody maybe at a crossroad with their faith or trying to understand necessarily what's going on. And this is where you are. This could be somebody losing out on resources of certain people, whatever the case may be. So they're trying to return back. So that's why I say I feel like somebody's only returning back because of what they're going through. Because you got a Page of Pentacles. I could see if all the pages was upright, but they're reversed. Only one was the Page of Cups. So that's why I said this could be a difference, though, especially with these queens and these kings. This could be different mirrors, perceptions that somebody had with relationships, saying, I want to be with you, I want to do this, I want to do this. And a lot of feminists are taking a lot of this shit personal when it has nothing to do with them a little bit. Like it has something to do with them because they were attracted to this person. I'm not gonna lie. But on the flip side, though, majority moving forward, if you still holding on to this is your problem, not theirs. For some of y'all, this goes back to the energy where I said somebody trying to climb up a social ladder, very vicious and they're very opportunistic, very dumb, waste resources, not a valuable candidate or whatever the case may be for some of y'all though. So I feel like that's what it is though when it comes to this job or career or something that brings you like a whole lot of money or whatever because it keeps you sustainable to get to do this type of lifestyle. And it don't bring somebody happiness though. So somebody's always around. That Page of Pentacles, I'll tell you, that's somebody who doesn't listen, who doesn't stick around to understand certain things. You got a Nine of Swords reverse, and then you got a Two of Cups. There you go. Same damn thing. Keep pairing up with the same kind of people or relationships. Then you got King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles reverse is not a very planning energy. It's not don't see where it's going. It's risky. That's why I said some of y'all not planning out the blueprint. Okay, where are we going? Da, 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 da. What is it that I need? Some of y'all don't want to take no risky. It's like this ain't like the foundational support of friendships, relationships, because you got a Three of Wands. I tell you somebody that's returning because they're going through some shit. They ain't returning back because, oh, I want to support you. I want to love you. I want to do this. Somebody going through their own type of situation. So this could be somebody that do a lot of fucked up shit and they say, oh, okay, all right. Cups. Because you may be stable in a state of nice, but the other person's not. This could be somebody, if you don't check that, not saying that you can't, if you don't check the energy or whatever the case may be, I kind of feel like if you don't check it, then what's gonna happen? If you don't check it or be very clear and honest about what it is that you want or seek from them, it's gonna be a lot of hell for you to pay because you wasn't very clear. This person coming back, so all the changes that you necessarily made for you, this person that's not grounded into who they are and know what they want, they're gonna fuck up all this shit again. You're gonna be mad as hell. That's why you keep going through the same situations with people, relationships, whatever it is, and you go back to the everything is fine. Some of y'all are just not getting to this money saying like shit is not okay. Not okay. Shit is not okay. We dropped some cars though. Shit, they can't handle this. You got justice in the world. So that's what I said. Justice is unfair. World is fixated on the wrong, not seeing certain things. It's that immortality. For some of y'all, that's why I said it's that past life experiences where you paying for those that generations of passed down, passed down, passed down. That justice, this could be unfair, this could be karmic, but I tell you, this is also somebody not taking accountability and blames other people and not being very, well, you should have did this and you should have did this. No, but what about you? What about you? Or whatever the case may be. I kind of feel like it's that though. So let's wrap this with what you call. Then I'm gonna go do what I gotta do, and then I'm gonna come right back. And then we're gonna jump on live because I had to see what's going on for the week. For those of y'all that don't know, weekly energy readings are necessary shit somebody already went through, or what they can work through, what's being highlighted. So we won't, that shit won't come out in my readings. But whatever the case may be, it won't. Alright, let's pull a quick 13. Whatever the case may be. So it won't continuously keep coming out. Or whatever the case may be. Well, it really won't. I wanted to use playing cards. I did though. I did. Rock your body, your body, your body. Ooh. Page one. So I said that though. The good news is, but it's not. It's reversed. I say that's a problematic type behavior. That's lower vibrational behavior. It is though. You got the emperor with the 8 of Wands. I said that though. There could be blockages or resistance though. 8 of Wands sometimes can be somebody who does things too fast and then necessarily creates blockages and for certain things for them to move forward in the way that they need to. You got a magician reversed. Whew, magician and the nine. Because I said that though, that magician is a treacherous person. So that could be somebody mind, certain elements that somebody necessarily don't have to move, or that could be the epitome of a person. We got the judgment, page of cups, the sun, and king of cups reversed. So for some of y'all, it is that. It could be the magician. The cups. Got the devil, queen of pentacles, the page of wands. Rock your body, your body, your body. Ooh. And the high priestess. Did I say that though? Some of y'all just do got something to do with magic and these high priestess ass vibe people. Because I tell you, a lot of people be pretending to be the high priestess and they really not. And you will see. I'm saying, because that's a role that many cannot play. People pretend though. You go back to the 8 of Swords. I tell you, this could be like secrets coming out about a person's intentions in certain situations because you got the 7 of Pentacles. This could be somebody working hard trying to make sure somebody's mentally shambles though. They're trying to keep somebody from moving forward. I'm gonna read them all and like trying to step into their abundance. So this could be a manipulative person. I will feel like that. There's 7 of Swords. This could be there though. Then you got a 10 of Wands again, pushing that same chick. And then you got a 6 of Cups. Okay, but okay, you got 4 cups. I'll tell you that's regret. This could be somebody that's coming in to apologize about said behaviors or certain experiences, though. I feel like the only reason why somebody's coming around is because they going through the same thing and they don't feel genuine. That doesn't mean that you can't offer them empathy or understanding. But the 8 of Swords is the question, like, do you really want to? Because you don't want to get caught up in something that necessarily brings you some chaos, some fuck shit to where it brings you this. Because behind that, though, there's somebody who's been crying behind closed doors or hiding behind their emotions. Then you hear me say you have the temperance though. So this could be a person though. Seeking peace, you got the Four of Pentacles. I tell you that's an openness. Somebody going through like a chakra awakening or whatever from the heart, the solar plexus. I tell you the heart, sacral, and the crown. So that could be the way somebody's maneuvering certain things or whatever that may be causing problems. You got Three of Pentacles though. I told you that. I mean, Three of Swords. Like that's a very venomous person. That's a heart. We usually see this just around the heart though. I tell you, spiders is a very venomous style when it comes to certain things. So that's like somebody hard. It's not like a place where it's soft, where you could go rest easy. It just feels very like, ow, why did you do that though? So I kind of feel like that's somebody hard around what's going on in their heart chakra though. So it's a very vicious energy. You got Eight of Cups though. So I like that though, because Eight of Cups is emotional freedom and necessarily accountability in a Five of Wands. So I'm not saying that it's not genuine, the apology. Well, I ain't gonna say apology or just them in their place. I don't feel like it's safe. It doesn't make sense. Don't give me a safe space. You got a Seven of Pentacles though. Somebody been working on this for a long time, or somebody not knowing unconsciously the energy that they've been planting their own seeds in their own garden and this shit been coming to fruition because they got a lot of pentacles. Pentacles is all about work and growth. And somebody doesn't necessarily recognize it. Why am I swiping my nose? Who do that? And then you got an Eight of Swords. I said that though. So I saw your Eight of Swords sometimes could be the way somebody shine, their own insecurities, the way somebody suppress themselves. Words doesn't matter. Truth, certain things, certain triggers, certain things. This could be somebody though. I feel like they're trying to keep somebody from their best selves. So this could be somebody seeing you stepping into something new or awareness, and they just trying to suppress your light. I kind of feel like it's that though, because we go back to this High Priestess. And so your High Priestess sometimes could be a very manipulative person, but for some of y'all, though, they could be not some of y'all relying on your own intuition, saying you do this all the time. This happened, da, 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 da. Why are you doing this? Instead of just asking it. So I feel like it's that type of situation where somebody's not honest. You got an Emperor energy, which I like that though. But and you got a Nine of Pentacles and a Judgment and the Double. So for some of y'all, I kind of feel like it's this though. When it comes to making executive decisions and being grounded into them and being like taking a masculine approach to some things, some of y'all, that's when you go round and around and around. For some of y'all, I kind of feel like this is evolving the way you deal with your masculine energy, like pushing you to make firm decisions. Because like when a dude make up his mind and make up his mind, he said, "I'm gonna fall in love." It don't even matter if the person is good for him or not. He's going to do it. And a lot of people don't know how to make firm decisions and deal with their own independence necessarily, though. For some of y'all, though, this could be that High Priestess going back to that Page of Swords where I said somebody got a necromancy spirit where it's a family or a person and somebody holds your past necessarily against you and you're not able to grow because I feel like it has something to do with their own. We got an Eight of Wands. There we go back at that. With that Page of Swords. I mean, with the Page of Cups and that Sun and that Queen of Pentacles. But this could be somebody resisting to make some type of healing area about their inner child, their child, relationships, honesty, transparency. Like somebody's not working on to heal that, to fix it. They really not. Then you got a Magician energy. Then you got a King of Cups, the Ten of Cups, and then you got Page of Wands. Somebody isn't a team player. Ten of Cups is the care about of everybody. Ten of Cups reverse in this deck talks about emotional abuse. So it's kind of like the evenness. It's like an even exchange. See, 5 cups on top, 5 cups on bottom, and a peace sign. Unity. If somebody doesn't know how to have unity, it's always a problem. It's a fucking problem. So that's what I say. You take it how you want to for the week. I don't know. Sometimes y'all need outside influences because if you don't trust yourself, go. If you're praying, you're asking, make sure you have those people in your life. So it could guide you and direct you to certain spaces. For some of y'all, though, you need to possibly learn how to say, right now I can't deal with it, but I can refer you to somebody else because it's a lot for me to deal with. And if you have to honor it and respect it, you do. But if you don't, you don't. So let's pull a couple of animals and we wrap this, and then we go on by our way. By the time I get out, I come back, we get on live. And, my who? How did it fall down? Damn. I'm finna hear it up and rap this shit. Eagle. Ooh, didn't I say that though? Ooh wee. Alright, as we wrap this, you got the lion. Ooh wee. You got a dolphin and a tiger. For some of y'all, this is that feminine, that sensual type touch. Some of y'all, when I say it comes to feminine energy and executing, a lot of women are so masculine with their approach and trying to get people to, because this is a card of dehydration. And I tell people a lot of time when you're using that magic, if you know somebody using magic, they sound like they got asthma. And these motherfuckers don't smoke or do nothing. Like I'm telling you, you'll know because that solar plex is so full from their fucking ego. I'm saying pay attention to that. Then you got and they be dehydrated like a motherfucker. Pay attention. That's how you know. That's one key. I'm telling you. You know like a motherfucker. You got the octopus. For some of y'all, where you going through a certain relationships, I feel like this is learning a new value for men who just necessarily get in relationships of how you deal with women, like sensual touches, relationships. For some of y'all, this is your approach to your own feminine energy of how you take care of yourself through certain situations because you got a hyena approach. And the hyenas are very sarcastic. I'm going along with what everybody else is doing. This octopus, though, is a very, I tell you, a draining energy or whatever. So it's kind of like being intertwined in everybody else's business, and it's no lack of boundaries. So the energy itself, I'm gonna read that to y'all how it drains instead of builds. So a situation can become very high key toxic. That's a meddler energy. You got the fish, you got the bear, and the fire ant. That's why I said being so caught up in emotional processes, though the bear is a very lethargic and a fire ant. So for some of y'all, this could be outside pressures or influences of certain people that say, yeah, 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 and they drain the shit out of you. So it's kind of like that control for some of y'all. Know it's like, we're going to do this and do this and do this. So it's kind of like that pressure from them is high key annoying. And it doesn't leave room for growth. You got a swan, which is about fertility, and the raccoon, whatever the case may be. For some of y'all know this could be a parenting style, relationship, outside pressure, influences, like just the way certain things maneuvers though. So it's a creative egoness. And a lot of people fail to recognize when it comes to the feminine aspects of projects, business, certain things, the feminine energy cares about the well being of everybody else. Masculine just comes and fucking executes. Feminine energy is not to be entwined in everybody else to say, I'm gonna take what you said, I'm gonna take what you said, all right, okay, that's enough. And then boom, it goes sits down in the processes. This energy itself is draining. So it doesn't necessarily give room for other people to be in their own bag. And I tell you, the raccoon is a very shadowy concept though. And you see how the octopus, where it's draining, is very shadowy. I say that's a messy energy where people who didn't know about the shadow. I said that's gossipy, all that energy, that's shadowy, and people just think the shadow is pure evil. This is shadowy. When it comes to the emotional concept, being so lost in your own emotions to where you want to go, go get everything it is that you need, and then go back into your own emotions. That's that energy. That's why I said not being able to process or just operating in survival mode. Because the bear is a survivalist. Then you got the camel though. It's very shadowy, like moving through those dry, savannah, dark type things or whatever the case may be. As I said, when y'all somebody got a survivalist type mode, and we're gonna wrap these. I'll take that back up. They were real good. We're gonna read this off the pussy. And then we're gonna see how that goes. Reaching and yearning, lacking boundaries and direction. The octopus signifies a wonderful perceptive mind paired with lack of healthy boundaries. Unfortunately, this results in a well-intended but messy relationships. The octopus intertwines itself into other people's business and shares their own without restraint. They believe that this is what it means to be close. If you notice after spending time with someone, if you feel drained or uneasy, the essence of the octopus is at play. Begin to establish healthy boundaries. Be patient and firm. It may be a very old habit to change, but it can change. When in balance, it is interested, engaged, and intelligent. When it is out of balance, it is needy, clingy, and lacks courage. To bring into balance, space oneself, and talk therapy. Then we'll go to the raccoon. Wrap this shit up. The raccoon is all about creative energy, though it is. That's all it is. It's talented, hiding in the shadow. Because that's what raccoon. And then I told you, raccoon energy is the energy of when you search it. Raccoons are like the epitome of the family style. So this could be somebody that comes up with something. Raccoon energy is survivalist. So it doesn't think about itself. It's like, okay, well, I'm gonna go get this for everybody. But the raccoon sometimes can be so loyal to the idea of where it forgets about itself because it's imbalance. Um, Talented, shadowy, and hiding. Raccoon energy is at play within all artists to greater or lesser degrees. At best, it indicates talent, tenacity, and skillfulness within a particular musical instrument or creative tool. Its shadow side points to the unresolved issues around self image and success. Sometimes using a stage name or wearing a mask works in an artist's favor. Other times, it limits your creativity. And am I who my audience thinks who I am? What if I'm ready to grow into something more? Raccoon energy won't let you off the hook until the creative ego is resolved. When in balance, it is a generous friend and an exceptional artist. When out of balance, it is competitive and a starving artist. To bring into balance, make it work. And I say that though, one of y'all be competing with your family or friends, job, work. I said all that though. So that's why I said if this don't give you the clarity that you necessarily need with certain people, boundaries, say not today, or I don't want to deal with you. Because I knew that mouse. Look at that mouse. I told you that mouse is a very nitpicky, detail oriented, buzzkill energy. That's that. Oh, but it's a very nitpicky. It is so. Google it. Mouses can be a small energy, unseen, unhitting. It's a very no. You should do this. You should do this. So it's a very hypercritical card. It is. So that's why I said. So this could be somebody trying to be a leader or charge the pack, and they don't know how. That's why I said somebody's going into a high priestess type mode. I do feel like that though, like somebody trying to be the high priestess, what it is, but they don't even know they're going through their own awakening. So it's like this self reflection. So this could be people who are slinging or abusing and doing all this fuck ass shit. And this is why all these apologies coming back because the new year coming around. Think about it now. Every time the new year come around, everybody say new year, new me. That's where people change. So they change. They pop back up in your life, and then you repeat the same cycles with their ass nature where you fall out with them after tax season, before tax season, all these different types of stuff. I don't know pay attention to that shit. It took me a minute to clock it too. It really did. It took me a minute to clock it too. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. It took me a minute to dissect it with certain people in relationships. I don't know why I'm scratching my nose. But give me a minute. I'm gonna take that up. And I'm gonna be back and we gonna get on live. And I'm gonna eat me some snakes. And we gonna be let's get higher. Boom, boom, boom.